how to write a play script using speech bubbles first. Right, Year 4, let's have a look at the cartoon strip that you've been given first of all. Here it is. You can see we've got a family and they look like they're in a restaurant, and we've got a waitress here and they look pretty surprised by something, not too happy by something the waitress says, and their mum seems to say something. The waitress replies. They all looked quite surprised, and then they're all happy again at the end. So you can decide what you're going to write in these speech bubbles, and then you're going to be turning it into a play script. Now, I've already done this for you. I've already written what I think goes in these speech bubbles. Let's have a look. So let's have a little read through it so you can see first. I think the waitress says, "Your bill comes to £150, sir." And then he looks a bit shocked and he says, "What? I can't afford that." And the son's going, "This is so embarrassing." And then the mum thinks, "Hold on, I thought it was half-price meal deal tonight." And then what does the waitress say? "It is, but you have to order desserts too." Well, the family all look at each other, and there's only one thing for it, isn't there? "Triple chocolate ice cream sundae for me, and me. Lemon cheesecake, please." So it's a really short, simple play. Now what we've got to do is we need to turn it into a proper script. So you need to keep the writing from your speech bubbles, and on a different piece of paper, you need to get yourself a little bit organised. You could type it if you want to. I'm going to handwrite it. You need to think about what the title of your play is going to be. I'm going to call this one Going Out. Nice and simple. And then we need a little introduction. Do you remember in some of the other plays we've seen, it talks about an introduction? So I'm going to write this. A family go to their local restaurant for a meal deal night special. Okay, something as simple as that as the introduction. Now, let's have another look at the picture. What are the family doing? We need to give a few stage directions just so that the actors understand what they've got to do. I think we could just say, family sit at table waiting for the bill, because they finished their meal, haven't they? So let's write that as our stage direction. I'm going to try and write it in italics. It's a bit hard when I'm writing with my handwriting. So family sit at table waiting for the bill. So there are my stage directions. Now, we really need to look to see who is it that speaks first. It's the waitress. And what does she say? "Your bill comes to £150, sir." So we're just going to write the character's name followed by the colon. Remember that from our key features video? So let's write waitress. And there's my colons. Can you see them? Now, remember we're going to have a kind of invisible line, aren't we, just here, to show where people start talking. So we're going to have a bit of a gap, and then we're going to write your bill, comes to £150, sir. Okay, let's have another look at the next picture then. There it is. Who speaks next? Dad. And he says, "What? I can't afford that." How do you think he's saying that? I think he looks a little bit shocked. So let's give him a stage direction. Do you remember how to write stage directions? By the way, notice I've started Dad because he's a different character on a new line. And I'm going to write the word shocked. I'm writing it in brackets this time because it's written in amongst where he's going to speak. So the actor knows it's his turn. This is what he's got to sound like, and this is what he's got to say. What? I cannot afford that. Let's have a look at the picture next. Who speaks next? Oh, the son. The teenage son who says, "This is so embarrassing." I've put "so" in capital letters to emphasise that word, and we can do that in a play script too, because actors will understand that. So, do I need to start a new line? Yes, I do, because it's a new character, and we're just going to call him Son. Let's look for that invisible line here. And what does he say? This is so embarrassing. Now then, what you can do is you could use the same play script I've got here, using this, and you could just copy this bit here and carry on and finish it if you want to. Or you could write your own speech in these speech bubbles and write your own play. It's up to you. You can have a go. I'm going to show you again once more. Short introduction, a quick bit of stage direction, and then remember, character name, colon, and what they say. New character, colon, stage direction in brackets, what they say. Okay? I'll leave this just here for you, so if you want to press pause, now's a good time to do it so that you can see my speech bubbles. Have fun, gang!